The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check. 80. 61. Matchbox light.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down now, it's Drake. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And it's taken in at the 9. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back.
King! 180! Check. 22 jet bomber.
First carry for Raquel Armstead. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Armstead. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Returnable for Grant. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rosen. He's going to air one out. And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play there for the Dolphins. 63 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now Rosen. That is caught by Williams for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing, Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Running, it's Drake. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended there. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 35 on second down, Rosen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... He's got it at the 15. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Dolphins' 14-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On third down, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen. Pass. Alert.
From the gun, it's Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. It's complete to Drake.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Set.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Switch it. Come here, switch it.
From the gun, they go with Armstead. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
Ricky, smooth. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got it.
Mayfield down. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Hey, alert! Hey, echo.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Watch the run. Run. Switch. Hurry. Point it right. Let's go.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Armstead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set, 180. Watch the run. They're running it. 54 is Mike. 54. Run. Check. Watch 54. I'm coming after you.
Here's Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, Are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. It's complete to Williams.
Rosen's pass complete to number 18.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And now it's Rosen looking. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
To throw is Rosen. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll return it from the 6. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Mayfield off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. They'll find Everett there, complete. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Going with Armstead, a first down carry. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Let's make these babies cry.
From the 39, Mayfield. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Jaguars. Gerald Everett with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, box truck.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he completes it to Westbrook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Now he steps away, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
On second down, Mayfield again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's third down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it's
now Mayfield lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 7-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on second down, Rosen. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. On first down, it's Rosen. He's got it to Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Rosen will throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Hey, alert 33.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch the
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 25. Check 25. Check.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Check 3. Check 3.
Hurry, hurry. My God.
Beginning the drive here with Armstead. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Play fake. Mayfield. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now Rosen. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Mayfield now from the 50. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Deron Payne. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
we've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And taken right at the 35. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And they will take a knee here.
Mayfield on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down. Today's final score.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held